In this video, we'll be going over what are the most popular sports in the world, respectively the top 10. The numbers will be based on how many fans the sports have, and the number of fans for each sport is assumed or generalized based on available research and statistics. Additionally, this information will be based on the most popular sports in 2020, as that is the most current data that we have. Number 10, golf. At over 450 million fans. Golf is a club and ball sport in which players use various clubs to hit balls in a series of holes on a course in as few strokes as possible. Courses can range from 9 to 18 holes. Most sports that involve balls have a standardized playing area, but golf does not. The terrain varies and is a key part of the game. Golf is played for the lowest number of strokes by an individual, known as stroke play, or the lowest score on the most individual holes in a complete round by an individual team, known as match play. Stroke play is the most commonly seen format at all levels, especially at the elite level. The major golf leagues around the world are the PGA, European Tour, LIV, the LPGA for women, and many others. Number 9, rugby, at over 475 million fans. At its core, rugby is a combination of many different sports, including soccer and American football. It requires speed, agility, strength, teamwork, and stamina. The most important competition for rugby is the Rugby World Cup, held every 4 years, with the next one occurring in 2023. Number 8, baseball, with over 535 million fans. Baseball, also known as America's pastime, is popular in the United States, the Caribbean, Asia, and many other places. Baseball is a bat and ball sport played between 2 teams and 9 players each, taking turns batting and fielding. The game is played over 9 innings, with each team usually getting up to 27 outs. The biggest league for baseball is Major League Baseball, with its most important event is the World Series. Japan and Korea are both regarded as second-tier professional leagues to the United States. Additionally, baseball also holds the World Baseball Classic, and is most recently being reinstated into the Olympic Games starting in 2020. Number 7, basketball, at over 825 million fans. Basketball is a team sport in which 2 teams, usually with 5 players on the court at a time, play on a rectangular court where they shoot a basketball through the defender's hoop. Main competitions are the NBA, with the NBA Final, NCAA with Final Four and March Madness, the Olympics. More recently, the game of basketball has been expanding and has been growing in regions such as Asia and China, Europe, and South America. The number of fans for basketball is only expected to grow as time goes on. There are also variations of basketball, as the original basketball is 5-on-5. These new variations are 3-on-3, half-court games, 1-on-1s, and so on. Number 6, table tennis, at 875 million fans. Table tennis, also known as ping pong, is a sport in which 2 or 4 players hit a lightweight ball, also known as the ping pong ball, back and forth across a table using small, solid rackets or paddles. The table is hard, and it's also divided by a net. Table tennis is an Olympic sport and is played throughout the world, but has a lot of fans in Asia, particularly China. Number 5, volleyball, with over 935 million fans. There are 2 versions of volleyball. The first version is a team sport in which 2 teams of 6 players are separated by a net. This version has been part of the Olympic Games since 1964. The second version is beach volleyball, which is also in the Olympics and started in 1996. Beach volleyball usually has 2 or more players per side and is played on a beach rather than a court. Number 4, tennis, at over 1,250,000,000 fans. Tennis is a racket sport that is played either individually against a single opponent, which is known as singles, or between 2 teams of 2 players each, known as doubles. Each player uses a tennis racket that is strung with a cord to strike a hollow rubber ball, also known as the tennis ball, covered with felt over or around a net and into the opponent's court. Tennis is an Olympic sport and is played at all levels of society at all ages. There's multiple different tours that's involved with tennis, ranging from men and women, from pros to semi-pros to amateurs. There are 4 Grand Slam tournaments, also known as majors, that are extremely popular. The first is the Australian Open, which is in Australia and played on hard courts. The French Open, played on red clay courts. Wimbledon, played on grass courts. And the US Open, played on hard courts. The French Open is in France, Wimbledon is in England, and the US Open is in the US. As mentioned previously, the courts for tennis can be played on different surfaces: hard courts, clay courts, grass courts. Number 3, hockey, at over 2 billion fans. When most people think of hockey, they might think of ice hockey, but there's also different variations of hockey. There's field hockey, roller hockey, rink hockey, and floor hockey, in addition to ice hockey. Depending on the type of hockey, you might use skates, wheels, or blades. In some cases, you don't use any, you just use your shoes. The objective of hockey is to hit a ball, disc, puck into the opponent's goal using a hockey stick. Depending on your location might depend on what type of hockey is most popular. For instance, in Canada, the United States, Russia, and parts of Europe, hockey refers to ice hockey. In other parts of the world, hockey might refer to field hockey. In any case, hockey, in a generalized term, is known around the world and is the third most popular sport. The second most popular sport is cricket, at over 2.5 billion fans. The most popular countries for cricket are Australia, New Zealand, England or the UK, South Africa, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, the West Indies, and Zimbabwe. Cricket has a World Cup that is played every 4 years, with its next edition in 2023. Cricket dates back to around the 1500s or 1600s. It started in England and eventually traveled across the world. And number 1 is soccer or football, with over 4 billion fans worldwide. Soccer or football is a team sport played between two teams of 11 players that usually use their feet to propel a ball around a rectangular field, also known as a pitch. The objective is to score more goals than your opposition by putting the ball through the goal or past the goal line during total match time of 90 minutes. Internationally, football or soccer is governed by FIFA. FIFA also holds the World Cup, in which the World Cup is occurring this year in 2020, and the next time it's going to occur in 2026. It's also a part of the Olympic Games. There's also many regional tournaments or competitions that occur as well, such as UEFA Championships League, the UEFA European Championships, and many others. Which of these sports is your favorite, if any? Are there other sports that maybe are your favorite? Do you have a different opinion on where these sports rank, or which is your favorite or maybe not your favorite? Feel free to share below in the comment section, and thanks for watching.